the COVID requirements. So basically what they say is that if your second vaccine was more than 9 months ago, then a booster would be in order. So as long as your booster wasn't more than 9 months ago, if it was, I think mine was, I'll have to find out what the requirement is. But it really doesn't say what the protocol is for that. So the price is it varies between $16.93, and that would be for an inside cabin without windows, to $22.70, which would be an ocean view cabin. They don't have balconies or anything. Everybody is all in the same place. And then single occupancy is 1.5 times, I meant to say double occupancy. So if the price, for example, of an inside cabin is $16.90, we have to do the math here. I should have done that. $16.93. It would be
It'd be about 4,000.
no.
1.5 times, that would be
It would be
$3,200.
$2,539.50, or actually they said 150%. Maybe I did the fraction wrong. So it's not twice as much for the cabin. It's only 1.5 times as much for a single cabin, if that makes sense. So the base price of $16.93, if you were going single, would be $25.39. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, and for Boomer Women Travel, if you don't know that much about us, we do have a club, and it's a membership club. You do not have to join to go on any of our trips, but if you join, you can save money. So every trip that you book within that year of your membership, you'll get $50 off of that trip. And if you bring somebody on the trip who isn't already registered with us, isn't already on our mailing list, you'll get another $100. So we have one person that travels a lot with us, and I think she saved $400 for the 4 trips. No, $200 for the 4 trips she took, but then she brought people all the time. So she saved quite a bit. The other thing that we do is we send out our upcoming trips a week early, usually, to our members, so that they can get first dibs on anything, because a lot of times our trips are limited in terms of space, especially if you want a single. It doesn't apply to that ship, but it usually does, for example, for the fall color tour and that type of thing. So you'd receive notifications and you could sign up before we actually release it to the general public. And we are working on getting some sponsor discounts and merchandise discounts as well. And we're the new features on the website are going to have an opportunity for you to network with other members that are traveling, and to shop at the store for travel items, or write for the blog if that's something that you're interested in. And I will open it up for questions right now, if anybody has any questions.
I do, Sue. I have a friend, Karen, who would like to come. She really, really wants to come, and we might end up sharing a cabin together. And I've already paid for a single. When is the last day that she could sign up?
Well, it's a good question. It's as soon as possible is all I can say, because we're very close to being 90 days out, and so the ship could sell out. And
well, she's getting back from a trip on the 1st, so
okay. Yeah, that should be fine.
I talked to her a while back, and she was on her way to this trip where she's on a ship and she doesn't get emails, so it's like, okay. And she said she'd be back on the 1st. I sent her all the information, And hopefully she'll be contacting you. And then
Okay.
also do I, am I able to sign up and pay for a membership on your website, Boomer
Yes.
Women Travel? Okay,
Yes. Yes, you can. And then with your, well, you've already paid the full amount for,
single,
I don't think it was for a single. It was it for inside single?
outside single. It
Okay.
should have been outside single.
Okay, because I think I just charged you for an outside cabin. But I will look at that.
Okay,
And I'll get back to you.
oh, great, thanks.
Anyone else have questions? Yes, Anne.
Yes, when are you thinking of doing this as an official boomer trip?
What do you mean?
One where you do invite a whole group and be an official boomer trip.
That's the fall color tour. I mean, this is the first time that so the Start Clipper, while it's not a Boomer Women trip, there's already a whole contingency of them. So I will be organizing some things for the Boomer Women to spend time together. We'll do a couple of Zoom meetings before if you're looking for a roommate. So I'm kind of handling it a lot like a Boomer Women trip. But the fall color tour is definitely a Boomer Women trip.
How many people do you anticipate for the Clipper trip?
I have no idea. It's hard to say because on other trips, I have a maximum number. This is just because it's just open to the public, the general public, until it's sold out. It depends, like I said, when they're full, there's 227 passengers. So I'm not sure. I'm going to talk to my agent tomorrow. I'm not sure how close to capacity they're at.
Okay.
Any other questions? Laura Lee, if you're talking, we can't hear you. You have to take yourself off of mute.
Okay, Laura Lee here. I have gluten-free allergy.
Mhm.
So would I be accommodated for
Yes.
meals?
Absolutely. We accommodate for every possible thing that we can on all of our trips.
Okay.
I make sure that if we're going to a foreign country, that we have this little card in that language that we could present at restaurants so that
Right.
nothing happens.
Okay, can you wear shoes or sandals on board instead of bare feet?
Oh, I'm sure. I would think so.
Okay, and is the gym use free also, or do you have to pay to use the gym?
No, the gym is included.
Okay,
The spa is not included, but
okay. Okay, that's it for my questions.
okay, Debbie.
I have a question about the fall Michigan trip.
Mhm.
What is your size of ladies attending for that? And are there single rooms still available?
I'll answer the last question first. Yes, there are still single rooms available. I think I'm going to max out same way I did for this last trip. So we'll max out at 10.
Oh, that's a great size.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've already got at least two, if not more. So we're going to fill that one up fast because I just posted it last week.
Excellent. Thank you.
Mhm. Any other questions?
What is the procedure for booking the Clipper?
So go back to our website, boomerwomentravel.com, and you'll see a calendar that lists all of our upcoming events. You'll click on the Clipper, say that 10 times real fast, and just register at my website. And that
Okay.
will give me the information that I need to send you out an electronic agreement, which will give you more information about responsibilities. It will allow you to put your credit card information in there securely. It's from Adobe agreements, and then I send you an invoice. And once I receive the signed agreement and the payment, you are confirmed. And I communicate with you all the way throughout.
Okay. So how do I go about finding a roommate then? I don't know. Laura Lee and I know each other. We haven't really talked about rooming together, but I know I need a roommate.
Okay, so there's a spot when you register that says, you know, I want a single, or I have a roommate that's coming, or I need a roommate. And then we'll take all the people that need roommates, and we have Zoom calls so you can meet each other. And then you can decide. I have a whole protocol that I talk about, you know, choosing a roommate that's going to be compatible with you. And we had 3 groups of roommates on this last trip that didn't know each other before, and they all got along great, and can't wait to get together again. So I told them I'll be coming back in January and we'll have a reunion, and they're so excited. They're already sending out, we had a group text, they're already sending out group texts today. They can't wait to see each other again in January, and that's what I do for a lot of my trips. So any other questions? I am available by phone or email. Email is usually the best way to get in touch with me. If you want to text me, you can, but please don't text me important registration information or payment information or anything like that. Because sometimes the texts get lost in the sauce, but email always stays there. So,
Sue?
yeah.
Mary here. So would we fly into Antigua on the 2nd, and then I think if I heard you correctly, we can leave on the 10th, or would you?
I
leave
think
on the-
we can. I have to find out. I have to look at the flights again. But yeah, I would recommend that we all go in the day before, because you don't want anything, you know, with the airlines and everything. You want to make sure you're there. And then we'll all stay in a hotel together the night before, and then we'll have transportation to the ship together the next day.
Okay.
And then leaving to come home from where?
Barbados.
Barbados. Okay.
And I think it typically cruises get to port at like 7 o'clock in the morning, but they don't like you to book a flight too close to that. So I still have to find out distance to the airport, exactly when they dock, and if, you know, what flights are available.
Are these prices special prices, cheaper prices than normal?
Yes, they were offered to me as a Virtuoso agent. And so Virtuoso is a step up from regular travel. They always give us stuff. So I think one of the things that I forgot to say was that each cabin has a $150 onboard credit to split either between the 2 of you or 1 of you if you're doing single. So that's one thing that we're going to do. We'll probably have some kind of a party on board, cocktail party or something like that. And I think there was something else that they were including, and I just for some reason didn't get it on here.
Gratuities are included.
Gratuities are included. Thank you, Laura Lee. Yeah, and that's a big one, you know,
Yes.
because that can add up a lot. Any other questions?
And when will we find out about the additional activities that we pay for ourselves?
They haven't released them yet.
Okay,
So I'm going to ask my client again tomorrow when they're going to be released. I think that might be the 90 days before, which would be around September 1st. But I will find out.
Are these cancelable?
No, because you're going to be 90 days out. Well, I mean, you can cancel, obviously, but I get insurance through my carrier, travel insurance. I'm not familiar with what the ship offers, but I always go with my people because I've been using them for years and they've never denied a claim. And we've had claims. People get sick the day before and they have to cancel and they get all their money back. And the type of insurance that I have, it's called Travelex, and it includes not just if you get sick or have an accident, but anyone in your immediate family. If they get sick or have an accident and you have to take care of them. We once had a woman who was going to go to Costa Rica with us and her son was diagnosed with cancer. And he had to start having an adult son, but he had to start having treatment and she was able to cancel. As long as you can get a doctor's note to say this is legitimate, then you get your money back. So, what other questions? It's going to be fun. It's going to be beautiful weather. So, I would sign up sooner as opposed to later if you can. And if you want to try, reach out to some of your friends to see if anybody wants to be a roommate. If you're going to either places, it obviously lowers the price, but then there are some people that just really like to room by themselves. So it's up to you. And then the sooner that we can get the group together, we'll start having some Zoom calls with just the people that are going on the trips.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You said as soon as possible to let you know if my friend's going, so there's no like absolute date to contact you by?
No, because, until the cruise is sold out and.
Okay, I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Anybody else? Well, thank you for being here. Again, I'm available by phone, email. And if you have any questions at all, just don't hesitate to reach out.
Thank you, Sue.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Thank you.